Comes to turning negative into a positive.
He can do it.
When it comes to changing tears to testimony.
He can do it.
When it comes to converting sorrows and sobs and sighs to shouting and celebration, God can do that.
Bring
when
it
it
down.
comes to shifting you from pain and peril and pressure and predicament and plight to a positive point of praise, even in public and in private, God can do that.
Yes,
The
sir.
word is out on him now. It's no secret what God can do. What he's done for others. He is not biased. God is bountiful. God is beneficial. God is benevolent. What he has done for others, God will do the same for you. This I heard as a boy, growing up on the corners of Helen Street and Highway 90 East in the little water border town of Pascagoula, Mississippi. The Antioch Baptist Church, my father was the pastor, he was the preacher. My mama sat on the left-hand side of the pulpit singing the choir most every Sunday. I would hear my father preach about the powers and goodness and grace and love and mercy of God. I would hear my mama launch lovely, laudable, Lord-like lyrics from her lips and lungs and sing about the praises and goodness and love and grace and mercy and kindness and giving of God. I even heard the elders of the church talk about the power and the goodness and grace and love and mercy and kindness and giving of God. But we had a Sunday school teacher in our junior class, Miss Clara Brantley. Miss Brantley wore a hat and gloves even while she was teaching Sunday school. Cried every 2 minutes, and I always wondered why Miss Brantley cried. Every time she would stand to teach, she would pause and wipe tears and always had a whimpering, whining kind of voice. Between teaching and instruction and illustration, Miss Brantley would pause and cry. We would go home and mimic Miss Brantley. While we would play church, somebody would be Miss Brantley. I asked Mama why Miss Brantley cried all the time. Mama said she had arthritis real bad. Whatever the case was with Miss Brantley, every time she would see us and she knew that we weren't paying any attention to what she was saying, but after she would wipe some tears, she would say, "You'll see someday." She would talk about how good God is. We weren't paying any attention, but Miss Brantley said, "You'll see someday." She talked about the Lord opening doors and making a way. Teenagers aren't concerned about the Lord opening doors and making a way, but Miss Brantley knew that there was something in our future wherein we would face obstacle and anxiety and opposition, and that we would need a God on our side. And Miss Brantley said, "You'll see someday." I don't know, but Miss Brantley is somewhere resting in the pleasantries of paradise as the Lord called her and her arthritis home many years ago. But I tell you one thing, since I've hooked up with heaven, since I've begun my journey with Jesus, and since I've learned to know the Lord for myself, the voice haunts me every time God makes a way. And now I'm doing a Miss Brantley on everybody I meet. You may not know him now, but you'll know someday. You may not know he'll make a way, but you'll know someday.